Aloha guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrapping 2, and today I'm doing a quick look on these Altenew Crisp Inks. So they released 12 ink colors, and they'll be adding more to this edition. And because there's so many companies that's making their own inks now, there's a lot of choices for us, and sometimes it can kind of get overwhelmed by all the different choices out there. And I like the fact that they released the full-size ink pads as well as the mini ink pads. So I decided to get the minis because it just saves me space, and if there's a particular color that I want to invest to get a bigger the regular size ink pads, and I can do so. But this is a great way to try out the colors, and I think that's fantastic, and it fits perfectly in these Tim Holtz cases, which is very convenient. And so, you know, with this right here, you can do a lot. So my first look at these inks, I have done a color chart over here. So what I noticed was they have a light color and a medium and a dark and the extra dark, so which is perfect for their stamp sets, which are for layering stamps like these. So you don't have to guess which colors will match for these layering. You can just, it's already there for you. So I think that's a plus. And I kind of went ahead and tested out some of the colors, and then I kind of let me zoom you out a little. Kind of did this chart for you, and then you can see that my fingers had ink, but they give a really solid, crisp impression. That's what I noticed, and so it's really great. As you can see here, so there's the light, there's the medium, and the dark. I didn't stamp out the extra dark. And over here, for instance, like this is the pinks right here, and as you can see, I got two different looks with the pinks because there's 4 colors. Sorry about that. And so, and also there's 3 greens as well, so light, medium, and dark, and some have the extra dark. Actually, both the yellow and the pinks have the extra dark. So I think that's really great. So it takes the guesswork out for you for these. So what I noticed with these ink pads, which I really love, is the fact that they click. They have this clicking thing where you know for sure that it's closed, so which will prevent the ink pads from drying out if they were just loosely put on like this, versus since it has that click, it makes sure that the ink pads are closed. And I love that feature. That's fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and make a quick card just to demonstrate these ink pads. So as you can see here, I kind of put down some flowers. So this was the exact same flower that I used on this chart right here, and I used these 3 flowers. So like flowers like this, which has 4 different layers, are also perfect because there's 4 colors, 4 shades of each color. That's what I meant to say. So I'm going to use the pinks today and some greens, and then we're going to they also have the jet black as well, which is really crisp and dark. And we'll start out with I kind of have this sentiment kind of stamped and cut. This is from their label stamp set, which I love, and I use this quite often actually. I think this is my my favorite sentiment right now, and it's called Label Love, and it's perfect. And so I'm going to go ahead and position that around there. So I am going to use, this is the lightest of their pinks, which is called Frosty Pink. And you want to ink it up really well, because of course these are minis, so you're not going to get as much like size wise. The pad is a lot smaller, so go ahead and make sure it's inked up really well. And you can also do test if you like. I just kind of want to give some time for the ink to transfer to the cardstock. Look at that. It's fantastic. This is a light color, so you're not going to really be able to tell until I start stamping the dark. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to put another one here. Move on to my coral. And this is a second image. I have a tendency to kind of press too hard sometimes, and you can kind of match it up right here. Of course, I'm not going to be able to see it perfectly. Okay. Go ahead and finish the rest. Okay, so we'll move on to our third color, which is going to be ruby red. Look at that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to finish it off. Okay, so for these flowers we're done, but this right here has one more. And then there is the grapevine. Sorry, I think part of the stamping of the leaves got cut off, but you get the idea. Basically, I use the colors, the 3 greens to create this leaves, and of course I masked it so the leaves look like it's behind the flower. So this is how I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it real simple and clean. And I do have an A2 size card base here. This is the ivory color, and so that I want to make it subtle, so I'm gonna place it right like this. So you can actually like mix and match the colors too, I think. But their image is crisp. It comes out really crisp, and you don't really have to wait for it to completely like dry to even out or anything like that. So I think that's pretty cool. So I decided that I'm gonna just put this right here so I can pop it up. So if you guys were wondering about the Altenew ink pads, I think these little ones are really great. Doesn't take up that much room, and can still kind of test out the colors and things. And this right here was stamped with the jet black, the Altenew jet black. So I'm going to put that right about here. I want to make sure that it's centered. Kind of eyeballing it here. So there you go. Look how crisp the inks are. It's fantastic inks. Love them. Okay, so that's it. I just kind of quickly wanted to show you guys and share the Altenew Crisp inks. They come in like pack like this, which you can even leave it in here and won't be that storage, but I think that this storage thing fits most of the mini ink pads from other brands as well. So I thank you guys so much for watching. All the supplies that I use will be listed in the link below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.